Hey everyone, my name is Eric, and this is my game, Data Chain, a strategic card game for 2 to 4 players. I'm going to teach you how to play in under 7 minutes. Everything you need comes in this retro VHS box. Inside you'll find a full 31 card Data Chain deck. You'll also find 4 rules reminder cards to keep in front of you as you play, a first player token, and of course, a bag of 39 acrylic Data Chain chips. Inside is also a full color rulebook that you can use to learn how to play, or you can just watch this video because who wants to read? The player who most recently used a spreadsheet in real life, or most recently lost a game of Data Chain, will take the first player token and go first. Then take the appropriate number of acrylic chips out of the box and place them in a central bank where all players can reach. That should be 9 chips for 2 players, 11 chips for 3 players, and 13 chips for 4 players. Then shuffle the 31 card Data Chain deck and flip over the top 4 cards to form the central data row. Out of the chips you've used to form the bank, take 2 chips of each color and give them to each player. That means each player should start with exactly 6 chips. Play will start with the first player and then proceed clockwise. During your turn, you may take one and only one action, which can either be taking chips or purchasing cards from the data row. If you would like to take chips, you may take 3 chips of the same color. Or, if you would like to diversify your resources, you can take 2 chips of different colors. Let's talk about why you've been collecting those chips every turn. To buy cards from the central data row, of course. And because they feel pretty good to fiddle with in your hands. You want cards because whoever has the most cards at the end of the game wins. Take a look at the bottom of each of these cards. That's the cost of the card. And at the top, you can see the reward you get for purchasing the card. The easiest way to explain this is to just do an example turn. So let's pretend it's our turn and we want to purchase this green card here. We've got 2 red chips and 2 green chips. The cost of the card is 1 red chip and 2 green chips, so we'll take those and put them back in the bank. Then we can take the card we've purchased and place it face up in front of us. That card then gives us a reward of 1 green chip, which we take from the bank and place it in front of us. If we had more resources, we could actually keep buying cards, but since we can't, we'll refill the data row to 4 cards to end our turn. At the end of the turn, we also need to check that we don't have more than 10 acrylic data chips in front of us. If we have more than 10 chips, we must take one of the chips and return it to the bank. That was a pretty simple turn, so let's look at a more complicated turn. Let's say we've got 4 red chips and 1 green. We can spend 2 red chips and 1 green and purchase that green card in the central row there. When we buy that card, we get the card as well as a chip as a reward. Something that's interesting to note about these face-up cards in front of us, not only do they count as points at the end of the game, we can also spend them as resources by flipping them face down, which gave us 2 green chips and 2 red chips to be able to purchase this card. You may notice that I take 2 red chips as a reward here. That's intentional. The name of the game is Data Chain, because chaining your purchases together is the key to victory. The number of chips you take as a reward for each card increases with each purchase you've made that turn. The first purchase gives you 1 chip, the second gives you 2, and so on to a max of 4 chips. Let's take everything we've learned so far and take a really complicated turn. I'm going to spend 2 green chips and 1 blue chip to purchase this blue card. That will give me 1 blue chip as a reward. Next, I want to purchase this green card. I'm going to spend 2 blue chips and 1 green chip in order to purchase the green card. Since it's the second card I've purchased this turn, I will get 2 green chips as a reward. Next up, I want to purchase this rainbow card here. There's only 1 of these in the entire deck. It's pretty rare, so it's going to cost me 1 red chip, 1 green chip, and then I can actually spend this blue card as a blue resource and gain this rainbow card. When taking a reward for the rainbow card, I can select one of any of these 3 colors for my reward chips to be in. In this case, I think I'm going to go ahead and take blue as my reward color. So I take 3 blue chips from the bank, as this is the 3rd card I've purchased this turn. Now you may be thinking, oh no, I've messed up. I can't do a full data chain here. But I actually can. The rainbow card can be spent as a different color than what I initially selected for it. I'm going to use it as a red and then spend 2 blue chips to buy the last card in the data row. This should give me 4 blue chips as a reward, but there's only 3 left in the bank. Since there are none left in the bank, I just take these 3 as my reward. And that's the end of my turn. The end of the game is triggered when the last card in the deck is flipped into the data row. After this happens, play continues until all players have taken an equal number of turns. For example, if the player with the first player token flips the last card, every other player takes one more turn. If another player flips over the last card, play proceeds until the last player has taken their turn. After the game's over, all players count all of their cards purchased throughout the entire game. That includes both face-up and face-down cards. Whoever has the most cards is the winner of Data Chain. If after counting up all your cards, players realize that they all have the same number of cards, the tiebreaker here is actually whoever has the fewest chips in front of them, as it means they were the most efficient with their resources. But if all involved players have the same number of chips in front of them, then we take a look at the cards. The player with the fewest face-up cards is now the winner. And that's how you play Data Chain. The game is available for sale on thegamecrafter.com. Just search Data Chain to find it. Also, I'm running a crowd sale between April 15th and May 15th, 2025. Check the description for some more details on that. The gist of it is, the more people that purchase a copy of Data Chain during this period get it for a cheaper price. Although they're an amazing resource, and I love being able to self-publish my own games, the print-on-demand nature of the Game Crafter, alongside the high-quality components that I want to include with this game, mean that I have to sell it at a bit of a higher price than I would like. This crowd sale is an amazing opportunity to get the game at a cheaper price. Go to the Game Crafter link in the description of this video between April 15th and May 15th to lock in your crowd sale price. Remember, it gets cheaper with each one that's purchased. Or if you're watching this video after the crowd sale has already ended, simply go to thegamecrafter.com and search Data Chain to purchase a copy at the regular price of $39.99. Thanks so much for watching, and good luck out there on the Data Chain.